Hello and welcome to a cosmic Crone conversation with me, T.
And me, Marie. I thought I was the one with mental health issues.
Today we are talking about synchronicities and coincidences, because they're kind of one and the same, but they aren't, because there are slight differences. So I've just basically looked up. A coincidence is a random chance occurrence with no particular significance. Synchronicity has meaningful coincidence that feels personally relevant. It's like a feeling, like a sign from the universe.
So you used coincidence in the same sentence as synchronicity, but said that.
So coincidence is synchronicity is a meaningful coincidence,
Right.
not just a coincidence.
Right. Because there's many people that I watch who do, channel or do cards, do the tarot and that. And they go, I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. But then, they don't say I don't believe in synchronicity. They just say I don't believe in coincidence. So that's what I find a bit weird.
Yeah, because there's going to be a coincidence, isn't there?
Yeah, whether you believe it or believe in it or
it's
not.
not something to believe, is it? Coincidence is a coincidence.
It's a
coincidence. We met each other, yeah, but we were born in the same year.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence. Yeah. Literally, I was born in December, so a couple of weeks later, I would have been born in '68. But the time gap wouldn't have made much difference to like the types of music that we both like. A lot of the same.
Because we grew up in that, But because you grew up in a certain age doesn't mean you like the same groups.
No, because your family ties and mine were different.
Yeah.
You was brought up with a bit of reggae and Elvis, weren't you? I can't stand Elvis.
Buddy Holly and
I was brought up with Michael Jackson and soul and Motown a lot. Yeah. So
we're not saying we met and everything synced.
No.
Yeah. Jesus, that did then.
Jesus.
Baba.
Jesus. That's going to be our every podcast now, isn't it? Right, on all seriousness, right. So I was talking about me and Les, and I've spoken about this quite a few times on podcasts, because everything ends up connected, don't it?
It's like George Michael and Different Corner, innit? We never would have met.
Exactly.
No, I'm not even joking.
We watched this really good film, didn't we, with Danny Glover.
Separately.
Yeah.
I'm saying it like that because you recommended it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And this is what got me talking about synchronicity and coincidences. Go and watch the film, it's on YouTube.
Maybe a good idea to tell them what it is.
I can't remember.
Something's Echo.
Oh, Donovan's Echo. Yeah, Donovan's
Danny Glover.
Echo. Yeah, really good film and worth watching. And it does make you think, were you there at that time for a specific thing
for a specific reason?
Yeah, and was it not just coincidence that with no meaning? Because me and Les, I worked...
Les is her partner, for those who don't know.
Years ago, I'm going back years, I worked for Harrods. I worked for Harrods in a department that was above the one that Les worked in. Completely different thing. Mine was sporties, was jewellery, I think. And we ate in the same cafe every day, or whatever shift we were on, but we would have crossed paths every single day, probably, maybe. And I don't ever recall his face. don't remember passing him by, but we were there together. You know, make a good film. Years later, he left that job, I left mine. We ended up working kind of at the same court. It was a magistrate's court, and I was working there as security. He was a prison officer, and he used to come
and go,
bring in the prisoners, and I would open the gate or let them in or whatever. So there we would be meeting on occasion.
So you were at the same place at the same time
face,
twice?
Working for months, a year maybe, and nothing. And then years again later, we were both on
yeah,
both on the same website when the internet started coming out, and there were chat sites, and we started chatting, and then we met up years later. And I think, was the universe trying to push us together earlier? And
to
we wasn't seeing the signs?
synchronise your time together, or your timeline.
Because we would have had a better life had we have met earlier on.
Yeah.
Because we would have had different amounts of money, and our goals were the same, so we would have been able to get to our goals a lot earlier. And
so you're saying you weren't then? Do you get me? So if we had, so you weren't meant.
So we synchronised to meet then.
Did synchronicity keep you apart?
Or did we fuck up synchronicity?
Did you mess up,
mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't see the signs.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you had that with anyone?
Not really.
No. So yours was coincidence, random.
Yeah, there's somebody I was with, and I managed to go down to my mum and dad's that day, and my dad was on his way to the shops, and I said, give me a minute, Dad, I'll have a cigarette and a coffee and I'll take you down. Well, then that made that time frame of us meeting. We synced. If I hadn't have had a cup of coffee,
it's like
a cigarette,
turn that corner.
Yeah, and it was genuinely a corner.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I pulled up, sat there, and as I seen somebody I used to foster come round the corner, I went, and then the adult came as well, and 20 odd years later, but no more.
You know, as well, when things happen like where I've needed stuff and not had the cash, and I obviously with the dog sanctuary, I try and get stuff to recycle, and it might be, I really need like 20 bricks to do this project, and then someone will phone me like a week later, I've got these spare bricks, I just wondered, I want to get them out of my garden, do you want them for the sanctuary? Oh yeah, that's just what I was looking for. And that happens so many times.
But could you say you manifested that?
Maybe it's all connected, it's all like
the manifestation
thing,
of the synchronicity that
yeah.
somebody's going to have them at the time you need them.
Yeah.
Isn't that the film Synchronicity with John Cusack?
I know there's no, serendipity.
Serendipity, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
But
that was like,
yeah.
They one come out of a lift, one went in.
Like sliding doors.
Yeah.
That was another film.
Yeah. Go on, carry on, because
there's. Do you know what? There's so many. Look at Dennis. We've got this dog called Dennis or Denny's because it means beach, which is where we found him as a puppy. Now we rescued this dog where we was meant to go to a different beach that day.
Yeah, I can't remember the circumstances. I can't.
Yeah, because of lack of money for petrol, we decided to meet
on
in
the way
middle.
home.
Yeah, on the way, so it was less petrol and not out of our way, or it was time maybe. And we went to this other beach where.
Now you rescue dogs.
Yeah.
Do you get me? No. I'm just saying. So you rescue dogs.
Yeah.
I volunteer for the. Yeah. Well, it wasn't Yappy Valley then, but for the. TRNC.
Animal Rescue Family.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
And then And yeah, so if you want to donate, it's SOS.
Dogs2017@outlook.com
Sorry, I can't.
for PayPal, or you can have a look at the link below and I'll put our GoFundMe.
And then somebody might think in their brain that they would be a good idea to give money to dogs that need it.
The ones behind, we've got a menagerie of dogs behind us.
Not a menage a trois. Right, so yeah. So what I'm saying is, you're in a position, Dennis syncs with us being there. It's not just us being there. For whatever reason, however Dennis got there.
If we hadn't have gone to that beach on that day, he would have drowned.
Yeah, at that moment.
Yeah.
Because the tide was coming in.
Yeah, and he
it was
was
that
stuck
moment.
on a rock, like in a little bit of a cave.
I just walked past and went.
Yeah, we was actually in the sea, weren't we?
Where's that?
Yeah.
I just went like to you.
Yeah.
I think there's a dog there. Because he was in the
tiny.
rocks. Yeah. Yeah, so we saved him. So whoever dumped him, let's be real, whoever dumped him down there did us a favour. Well, did Dennis a favour. Yeah. Go on. I've wrote down so many notes, but they don't make sense.
That we are all connected.
It's patterns, in it?
Yes,
patterns
exactly.
that are aligning.
And I think it is because we are all connected. You know, like you might, that's enough, like you think, we both think of something at the same time. Oh, I was going to say that.
And we've both had different experiences in life. So what I'm saying is, it's not from where we came from. Do you get me? Like, if we grew up in the same place at the same time, we all have different experiences, but we may think alike with miles apart. Birmingham and London, you know? Maybe it's the age we are, our experiences that we think in a similar way. I don't believe that to a degree. I don't. I mean, some things that you feel can reach your body before it reaches your mind.
I tell you what is very syncable.
Syncable?
Yeah. Is women's time of the month. The moon cycles.
Oh my God, I forgot to write that down. I thought about it. You get so many women in a particular place, like a workplace or a home environment or something.
And it is usually around like the moon cycles. Whether it's like on a full moon or what.
Yeah. It works. Sorry if some of my t-shirts going darker. It's called sweat.
Yeah, it's very hot still.
It's very natural. I'm intrigued to know what you know, because I can only add. I've only got
about
things
women's cycles.
About anything to do with synchronicity.
And you find
patterns, ripples of awakening. There's another one. Ripples of awakening. Would that mean if I was awakening
at the same time?
Yeah.
Or you mean like yourself synchronizing your stages of awakening? Yeah, like certain things, again, you talk about numbers, that certain things come into your life at that time. Okay, like I got you a deck of oracle cards as you were progressing spiritually.
They were really hard.
That.
You know, do you remember I was looking at
the witch ones?
Oh no, not the witch.
Like, I was saying like the first ones, they were your first ones really, weren't they? The witch, the oracle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd done some ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
We did our
that's
own
why
one.
I was trying.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Go for it, man.
My friend Alex, that I've known all my life, pretty much since I was like 4 years old. We've had different lives. She lives on the other side of the planet, still in UK, but it was like she met a guy, I met a guy. I can't remember who got married first. It was like she got married, I got married. So I had a daughter, she had a daughter. I divorced. We actually divorced round about the same time.
Oh wow!
And by syncing that, we went on a divorcee's holiday and had our first holiday. as single girls. Hello, Bella. We had our first holiday together, celebrating divorce. So, you know, through life, even though now we still.
But at a certain time, which will link into one of your stories.
Yes, Bella.
So do you agree?
Yes.
Do you think that's right? Oh, okay. Yeah. A rescue dog.
Yes.
So you were saying that like that happened and that happened for you in a similar time frame at a particular time. So that would lead into the one story I know about your jobs and the tarot.
Yeah. So with doing a tarot, I've done it for most of my life, to be honest. And I've gone through so many different jobs through life, but especially when I was younger, I got bored very quickly. Some jobs I only did a couple of weeks, but I always carried my cards with me. So every job, do you mind? Every job I've had, I've taken my tarot deck with me, which was the Golden Rider. And people are always intrigued or interested and always want me to do readings, and I do. And then I'll tell them something significant, and then I'll leave the job and move on and sort of make friends with someone, give them a reading, and then I move on. And sometimes I've changed people's lives by saying, you know, you need a career change.
You were at the right place at the right time
to meet this person.
So was it a coincidence or a synchronicity?
Synchronicity that I've gone to that job. No particular interest in the job whatsoever, other than making a few quid. And then meeting someone, you know, becoming friends briefly for a few months, doing readings, and then, right, I've had enough of this job now.
But in that time frame, that person,
someone's life.
So if that person was wishing or hoping that they...
Something, for an answer. I brought it to them through the cards. Yeah.
And you would say that's synchronicity.
Yeah.
They needed you at that time.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you're doing readings, and I'm sure you found the same, years ago I used to do two basic spreads. One was the pyramid, which was just to see what was going on at the moment, and the next one I would do like the clock, it's called, because it's like a clock, 13 cards with one in the middle. And you find, okay, there's 78 cards in a tarot deck. If you look at the lottery, which then was 49 numbers, you pick out 6 random numbers, is it? And how many times, each time the lottery is drawn, do you get the same numbers? It's very, very rarely. You might get one. When you're doing readings, I'll shuffle and do the pyramid, which is 10, and then I'll do the other one, which is 13. The amount that come out the same is not coincidence. It's not random. It has meaning.
So explain, you're telling people numbers.
No, not numbers I'm talking about. I'm talking about that when you're doing readings, this is how I know the tarot is real and it's not just random and coincidence. Because when you've done a reading and then you might ask you shuffle them again, ask a question, or you're further on, can you confirm this answer? You get the same cards. It's so particular that I'm sort of comparing to how many numbers there are in the lottery, that they never come out the same. And you sometimes get 3 or 4 cards exactly the same, and you're like, well, that confirms it. Because that is not random, that is not coincidence. That is definitely synchronizing and the universe telling you, look, I've just told you this, now I'm confirming it.
I put a bullet point of possibilities woven together.
Yeah.
Entanglement, it's keep going on about quantum physics and that actions affect instantly with people no matter what the distance as well. You don't have to be with them.
No, you have I mean, I haven't looked into twins, but I know like they can think the same things or do the same things, and they tend to just like get married, have kids, and do things all at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm talking more like me, you know, being in Northern Cyprus now, and something that I might think or wish. I'm saying things that people, how they might say them. Manifest whatever it is, or think of someone and it happens to them because they're in Japan. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter the distance.
No.
Like close proximities are not essential. Synchronicities of things happening in the world, I think sometimes about, it's what I think sometimes is that, you know, bad weather, bad situations happening, earthquakes, tsunamis and everything. To me, it's synchronising a global thought that what are we doing to this planet to make people think we need to change something. It's the earth going, excuse me.
Yeah, and I think synchronicity is important.
Am I getting this wrong?
What?
About synchronicity?
Synchronicity. Let's go back to what we said it meant.
Because I'm getting...
Yeah. It's meaningful coincidence that feels personally relevant, like a feeling or a sign from the universe.
And you send messages and scenarios to yourself as well, don't you?
Yeah.
To be in line with certain things.
Yeah.
So, was it the 0 point field?
Oh yeah, we haven't. Do you know that's our next podcast? That is definitely
That everything is possible.
We keep talking about.
Is that with synchronicity? So, how my brain works, I do put. Sorry, Bella. I put bullet points and then can't remember why I put the bullet point. I can't. That's why I have to have so many notes.
So going back to like synchronicities with world, yeah, and we did. Well, I did. I was part of a peace meditation. That type of synchronizing, you know, remember they say like synchronize our watches, isn't it?
Oh,
Everything
yeah,
done at the same
Meet
time.
here at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's sync our watches. Yeah.
And with that collective consciousness, miracles did happen when we did that. When we were concentrating on the water. It's gone.
Right now.
So we did a peace meditation. Everybody did it at exactly that same time, that point, and something amazing happened. It was reported. There was someone there actually doing it. They put down their guns. These group were fighting each other, and this guy was reporting at the time and doing it live there. We was doing it with them, and it was, yeah.
Does that mean that your energy
Yes.
is going to them? And they heard you? That isn't syncing, that's sending a message.
Collective consciousness, but that's what synchronization is about as well, because I said like we're all connected, we are that collective consciousness. That's why you might both think of something at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence, it's synchronicity.
Oh.
I think you've had a lot of synchronicities that you've forgotten over time, because you often phone me and say, oh, this happened or that happened, and I was like thinking about it, like you sound about songs on the radio.
Oh yeah, songs on the radio.
You think of it and literally, you know, you could be driving along thinking of a song and then
put the radio
it's on. Yeah.
And the other one is, this is really weird. Very lovingly weird. Okay, let's see if we can do it right now. A song. Say the title. 1, 2, 3. Lemon Tree. Oh, 3. Can't count now.
Lemon Tree.
No, what was you thinking?
See, we're not synced at that moment, because we're not synced every second of every day.
Yeah, a good example.
Yeah.
But we go along in the car. This
Yeah.
is my example. He's going along, and then suddenly I'll go. How can you say it? I'll come out with a line and you go, or we'll sing it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken to each other about this song.
I'll tell you something, when we've been in shops together, we've gone off in different directions, and then we've got to the counter and we've both got the same thing. Like, might have been like, oh, I knew you needed a pair of glasses, and then, oh, but I've got you a pair, and I'm, oh, all right, then I'll put them ones down then. Like, we've both got the same thing for each other, type of thing. So, yeah, that's funny. But I've got my cards here, so let's...
I didn't give that example very well of the song.
I've got these Sacred Spirit ones by Anna Stark. They're really lovely. And they are spiritual. So let's just have a go.
Is that why they're called Sacred Spirit?
Yeah. Let's have a go just for this actual YouTube video about synchronicity. What do you have to say? What advice do you have there? Oh, that's one I haven't had before. Spiritual evolution. Set your heart free. Spiritual evolution. That's a really nice card. And it's number 35.
Something about 35 today.
Forgiveness and compassion is needed now. Set your heart free. Expansion goes together with spiritual evolution. Without the process of expansion, one cannot evolve spiritually. Expanding the heart and mind allows you to live a more wholesome and loving life with compassion, tolerance and acceptance. Evolving the spirit requires an individual to empty their spiritual backpack, taking out and removing experiences that hold you back in life, healing past issues, addressing karmic imbalances, and creating a balanced mind and body are all parts of this process. Evolving the spirit takes time. Remove any past emotional and physical ties that are no longer serving you, for that has brought you to this point in life where you're ready to change and let go of the past. Open your heart to your soul's calling. Your soul is calling you to be free.
I think we haven't done, like, if people were coming to listen and watch us, we haven't done synchronicity a very big favour, but we're not being a dictionary. We're giving you our examples.
See, from that card, I am sort of getting vibes about people that are looking for answers. When you look at the picture, to me, that person is like looking up to the sky for answers, you know, looking to source, if you want to call it God. They're looking up for external answers, inspiration, and the answers are within you. And if you know that we are all connected, then I think that synchronicity will happen. But I think you need to believe it as well.
Sometimes you feel quite alone, and things keep happening, and you're not truly understanding what they are.
I mean, I've done things recently, and things have just gone that way, and then things haven't synced. But maybe I'm out of sync with something.
I think we can, this sounds really cruel because I don't like people saying this, want it too much.
Trying to force it to happen.
Yeah, I don't like saying it, but you know. But there are times it goes in waves for the charity. It's like sometimes it could be at the bottom of the barrel and go, do you know what, I can't do this anymore.
And you know, with this card as well, I'm getting like, sometimes you sound like you want something, and you're trying to pull it out to the universe, but you're not listening
to what?
For that synchronization, for that thing to happen when it needs to happen.
Like to say, right, okay, I really, really need this, but whenever it happens, it happens. I think that's quite a hippie sort of outlook, and if you can deal with going, well, it's not going to happen this week, but it will happen.
Yeah, it's trusting the universe.
It's trusting yourself to believe that you can wait as well. That, again, it wasn't meant for that moment.
I mean, I am impatient and I don't want to wait.
Really?
I've waited long enough. And I do get angry with the universe.
I've got to understand. I've got to explain that I had a little jar with my cinnamon, and had it there, shuffling it. Come on, give me a little bit of a leg up. I'm not asking for a fortune. I just need a bit of help. Nothing. The other day I grabbed it and I literally threw it. It stayed where it was, but I went, God, are you listening to me? Not God.
Yeah.
But are you listening to it, and threw it? Didn't win the lottery again. But I stopped and I went, I'm doing something wrong here. I know I am. Basically, I moved what you've got in that jar. It's not mine, it's Tina's. Moved it from there to another container, an open container. I added bay leaves, and I added, what's the little stone here? Gypsum. Bit of that. Put it outside. What I did was I did steps. I put it on the windowsill, and I left it for the sun and for the moonlight. And not till the next evening, did I pick it up, and I placed it in my little area. I could see it. I'd created it. I put my little tea light in it. And no matter what happens from there, I'm happy with how I did that. Therefore, my intentions towards that were much more meaningful.
I think things sink for me when I stop, look and listen, because I've been living off grid for a while, but literally with nothing. I've had no phone because it's died and the charger's gone, and I've got nothing, literally nothing, no electricity, and so I'm forced to do what I can do on the land on my own in a remote place. And I have my cards with me, I have my flutes with me.
Your dogs?
The dogs, yeah. They're doing spiritual stuff.
No, but they are the spiritual stuff. They are the grounding of why you do some things of what you're doing.
Yeah, so
your fairy ring.
I didn't tell you the fairy ring. I cleaned the fairy ring and invited them in. And obviously, I believe that we are the creators. We create, and I've never seen or felt any fairy folk in North Cyprus ever, and I've been here for 15, 20 years backwards and forwards. Last night I saw something that was that energy of a fairy, and I can't remember what I was doing. I was thinking about arranging stuff, and then I got this voice to say, put it there. And then I saw what I would say was a fairy sort of run across and laugh. And there was another one there, like going to them at the end, laughing.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
I was like, okay.
Just thinking about what I just said, I took my ingredients of my hopes, my dreams, my wishes out of that environment. I'd put it into another it's not a container, it's a lovely dish that we put mezes on. There you are, right? I arranged it. I placed the stone there, the bay leaves. I put it in a circle. I said, I didn't say do your worst or do the best you can. I lit a candle and made my intentions into the light of the candle. But I'm just saying, I put it into another position in my life, in my home. You're saying you change things to make it feel better for you, not the tick list of what you need to do. I didn't do a tick list. No, I'm just saying it's like we weren't going, we're not working there, work there.
Yeah.
It was like it meant more to me than going, right, what you need to do is put this in a container and then give your intentions and leave it there for 30 days. No, I did it how I wanted to do it.
Yeah, and I think having that time to stop and the silence
I was thinking about, you know, like when everything stops you from going out the door or catching your bus or
missing a plane and the plane crashes.
Yeah.
That's happened to people a lot.
What about-
You're rushing and you're late for your plane, and then you find out later that the plane crashed, and like, wow, was I meant to be late?
Was that
then?
lucky?
That's another thing, isn't it? Luck, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going down another rabbit hole.
Yeah, but that's where you have to bring things in though, don't you? Like, look, you can say things like, oh, that's a coincidence, I'm bringing it up again. That was lucky. Do all these words like, you've got synchronicity, and do they go in a little brackets, that's it. You know, look, time frame, I don't know. Are they all in that word? Do they become that word? Because isn't it us telling ourselves we shouldn't be at that point?
Is it that we know the future?
Yeah.
Can you see the future?
So we're
without
telling ourselves now,
knowing the future you.
don't go there, but we don't know it's our future selves telling us we shouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
there.
get a feeling sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's happened, and then don't rush, because I've always thought somebody's telling me, no, I don't need to rush. If I'm late, I'm late. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The time doesn't exist, basically. Don't be a slave to time.
It's easier said than done, because I always have been. I always had been. But I don't wear a watch. For many years, I have not worn a watch. Watches, if somebody said, would you like a piece of jewellery? Would you like something, darling? Right? I'd say, a lovely watch, thank you. But I'd never wear it.
Oh, I loved watches.
So
I
what's
had
that
loads of
about?
watches.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The angel numbers, I do think you have told yourself to look at the clock at that time. The book that falls on the floor.
Subconsciously, yeah.
Yeah, the book that falls on the floor and opens at the page that you go, what's all that about? And you're reading it and you get interested in it. Do you know, it was meant to open at that time and for you to find that information out. Do you think, or sinking to help your future self, or your future self is helping your past, present self to merge, and therefore do you believe in synchronicities or communication between your body and your mind? That was a bit deep, wasn't it?
So if you have any synchronicity stories, please do comment below.
Come on, give us some stories.
And give us a like and a sub if you like what we're doing. We hope that you synchronised in our synchronicity video.
Yeah.
And that it was what you were looking for and what you wanted to hear at this time.
Let's do.
Let's do,
Yeah, right, we're getting to the end now. The thing is, do you know what, it's I'm not very well at the moment, so I haven't been able to do a lot on the subject or think about it. So there's lots of things I can think of where you drop something and it makes you late somewhere. If you'd have gone out at that moment and didn't drop it, didn't take the 5 minutes.
You lost your phone. Had to get a new one.
I lost my phone,
But you needed a new one. And you needed a new number. And I kept telling you to get rid of that blinking
2
number.
days before, I'd got it set up and something else.
So I think the synchronicity forced you to get rid of your phone because
my stupidity.
You were told to move on from that phone. And
Do you know, I'm going to have an argument now. Yes, 2 days before, I was doing it. But I happened to want to take a photo in the forest. I was halfway through it. But like you say, it weren't quick enough.
It's to help you move on.
Yeah, kick up the arse.
Yeah, exactly. We all
arse.
need to kick up the arse sometimes.
Yeah. And you need one to go and make yourself a cuppa or have a nice cocktail wherever you are in the world and contemplate on what fantastic people we are. And what fantastic stories. We actually are more interested in you. It's our little conversation on synchronicity. yeah, I think there's so much more, much more to it, so much in depth that you could go and say this was because Michael did this, or there was an equinox, or there was this and that. I just think it's between people because we're all part of all that, and it's our conversation. Right, goodbye from Cosmic Crone Conversation. Me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
See you next time, or hear us next time, and take care.